Welcome back into Freight Waves Now. In this first carrier update of the second hour presented by Uptake, I'm Tony Mulvey, joined by Donny Gilbert. Donny, looking here, NTI, really not a whole lot of change happening on the daily side.
So we show the daily going down just a little bit, but over the last 5 days from 274 to 270 to 268, now down to 266. Kind of what you'd kind of mentioned about the low starting to get lower before it starts to peak back up. Right now we still have this spike in here affecting our NTI, so we show it going up to 2.69. Expect that to start dropping down as we probably starting tomorrow as we get that 1 day off. So our averages are probably going to start going down some. We'll see, does it flatline here between 260 and 265? Or does it continue to drop?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the key, right? I mean, that's what we've talked about for a month now is what happens post-Labor Day.
Yeah, and, rates are very low. When you take out when you adjust for inflation going back, what these rates compare to, it's pretty scary, even though luckily for some, if they're contracted, they still have the fuel to add, but this has fuel included.
Yep.
So with fuel rates on your contract should probably pay a little bit more. Hopefully you can make a little bit of a profit on your fuel right now because of the spread. But that's really probably what's helping keep a lot of carriers in business right now.
Yeah, especially those like I don't want to say small to mid-sized carriers, but those in the 5 to 50 truck carriers. I mean, those are that are running contracted freight and still can get some benefit of a fuel surcharge, right? No.
Yes, and those are probably their exposure is going to be a lot higher to the spot market than your mega carriers.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's go continue on. Next chart here. So this is something that you and I talked about a few weeks ago. And I want to point it back out because as we get into this holiday season, you might, are you looking for the correct freight that's going to help you keep your trucks moving? If you jump in, now the king of all freight is still the long haul, but what I've brought up here in blue is the mid haul, and then I bring up the city haul and the short haul. And I want to go back. Let's look at it back here. Mid haul. For a lot of this through 2019, 2021, you see that the mid haul is the top line. This is comparing on one axis, so they're all equal right through here. So you see the blue line higher than the red. That means it has more volumes.
Yep.
And the green here being city haul, it has more volumes than that. But as we skip through here, right around about just past April, these lines flip. So now our mid hauls are down here. Actually it's above one, below the other, but in between. But our short hauls are actually is now larger, more volumes than the mid haul.
Yep.
Why is this? Probably because a lot of freight's already pretty close to their destinations. They've made it to warehousing. And when it starts moving, it's coming out now the warehouses instead of DCs further away or ports, et cetera. So when we're getting into this fourth quarter, keep an eye and start looking for either some of those very short city haul runs, 50 miles or less, or some of these short haul runs.
Absolutely. Well, this is, again, great stuff, Donny. We'll be sure to check in with you one more time before the end of the show. Right now, we'll toss it back over to Kaylee and Anthony.